$0 of ending balance in this checking?
What's that?
$0 ending balance in this checking?
Well, this is like, from a month ago. They didn't update because they update on the
No,
9th.
that's terrifying. I don't give a shit. At this exact date, there was $0 in your checking account.
Well, I was still healing from a job. I had to take like a month off, so I couldn't really work.
So why do we have that spending that we saw then on that did not matter if we could not work?
Because I'm not very smart.
Correct. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that, but your spending was not very smart.
My spending isn't very smart.
Taco Bell, Appleville, Wetzel's, Fresh Attractions, something at the airport, bagels. Yeah, these are necessary. These are necessary when we can't afford to live, right? Can't pay off our credit cards. Interest is accruing $0 in our checking account. Verse, a wall, Idema. TSA.
TSA pre-check.
I
miss a lot of flights.
Yeah, the more flight stuff and El Pollo Loco and more stuff at the airport and transfer from line. You have a line of credit against your checking. Oh, that's right. That's the
overdraft.
You make too much money to be overdrafting, and you're choosing again Apple Bill, some Venetian place in the Bellagio, and
that's parking.
Venetian.
I get free parking now. I signed up for their veterans thing, so. They started charging everywhere for parking on the strip because of F1.
This spending when you're overdrafting makes no sense. Cafe, talent testing, 155. You're trying to do something. Apple Bill, Amazon. Caropiatus and Apple Bill and pretty nails. Got to get pretty nails. And Club Cappuccino, Amazon. Flamingo Hotel because we travel every second of our life. Checking line of credit advance.
For my stepbrother.
Cool. You can't afford it. Checking line of credit advances. Checking line of credit advance. Gifting is one of my love languages. If I can't afford it, I don't do it because it just your entire life. We're not doing that. You make too much money. You need to grow up and be responsible with your money, like right now. This is not an option. You have 2 years of this lucrative job left, and then what? Then what from there? We might make half the income. We might make double, but we might make half. What are we doing then? What are we doing if we're taking this debt into there? If we're taking payday advances now, it's time to grow up.
I understand that. I am hopeful that when this...
Hope is not a financial plan.
Optimistic?
It's not a financial plan either. A plan is a plan that you plan, then you execute on.
I'm executing the plan of the pink flamingo in Arizona taking off and being like a thing.
That's the town?
That's what I call my property.
Navy Federal being real nice to Navy veterans with those line of credits. I am happy to see $15,000 in Schwab. Happy to see that. Not happy for your age, but happy to see that. How much is in your retirement through the military?
So the TSP, I just looked that up. That lost a bunch, but now it's
lost a bunch. How? Market performance?
Market, yeah. It was at like 27 for a while, but that was when Trump was in office. I think it's kind of realized it's more actual. It's like 21 now.
Wait, I mean, what was it invested in? Because depending when during that time period, I mean, the S&P 500's up depending.
I don't. Some of it was like stocks, but I think I had it in like
2020 election. So 2021, he was out of office, and at that point, the peak that was seen then. This is not politics, by the way. This is just showing what the market has been since you're talking about it. The peak that it would have been 381 in the S&P 500. Right now, it's worth 460. So
it's different funds.
Why would it be? Yeah, but what funds did you put it in? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Like G Fund, I Fund. I have it split up. I think I put a little bit into like S, but the one that it's in the bulk, I think it's G. Like they had like 30% like returns, and because I get a statement every year, and then when the election happened, it like tanked. It went down like 20%.
Okay, how much is in there?
Like about 21,000.
Okay, and there's 15 in there. Still behind for your age, but I am glad there's a foundation. There's a foundation to build upon.
Yeah, and I invested in a bunch of stupid stuff, but
lots of individual stocks.
Doing
and then
these because these have been doing well, and
that's just the S&P 500.
Yeah.
That's what I was just reading off of. And then about, what would we say? About 20%, 20% of our portfolio is in 5 individual stocks. T-Mobile, Unrivaled Brands.
These are all
Pitavo.
That's
T-Mobile?
T-Mobile isn't, but the rest are
classic.
And then this one is like a energy company, I think. But yeah, I thought it'd be like, I bought all this like years ago when I was still in the Navy. So a lot of these are from like 10 years ago. I thought it'd be legal by now, but I was wrong.
What do you mean? I mean, most places, isn't it?
Well, federally, to where, these companies will, because it's still cash. And so they have to like basically trade on like tertiary industries. But once I think it's federal legally and the banking on that industry kind of levels out and they can like trade it like they do commodities, I'm hopeful that those will come back. Okay.
Yeah, we had a total income of $5,622. So slower month. Total spending of $6,142. Food, $300. Necessary food, $150. Extra taquitos, about $150. Taquitos on the show.
I know.
It's just things you're just going extra purchases, whether it be gas station or
then I buy a lot of taquitos, yes.
Yes. And then unknown shopping's a huge percentage, almost 7%. Let's see. Unknown shopping's usually Amazon because we don't know what that is. Yes, Amazon, eBay, and Walmart.
Walmart was like pet food and like toilet paper, stuff like that.
eBay,
my running shoes, I bought those used. They're usually $100. I bought them for $40.
The thing is you shouldn't even have to be able to. You shouldn't even have to need to do that. What's your plan, man? You have your mind set out on this house thing. Like, what do you want me to do here?
What should I do? Like, obviously, I've been all the money that I made this last month, I put it, towards debt. So
$1,000.
No, I put like probably $4,000 towards all my debts.
Well, not that we saw.
No, this was very, very recently.
Okay.
Like the end of the month, I did like really,
what prevents
really
you from building it back up like you did the one time you consolidated and then built it all back up again?
I had some like housing issues. I had to move a lot. That ate into a lot of money. Just, stupid. I did buy a lot of stupid, admittedly.
Let's get you a budget.
Okay.
You're going to go through our budgeting program and you'll get your good official budget and that will help you through a lot of this stuff. But let's give just like a loose, where are we at? Rent. What's your rent?
So my rent is, all right, this is a housing hack. So one of the personal loans, I purchased a mobile home in a park, and the rent at the mobile home park is $380 a month. So, and the mobile home was like $20,000. So it's paid for? I'm sorry. Well, I used one of the personal loans, but considering that rents in Vegas, even like a apartment in the worst part of town.
Yeah, but you've got a depreciating asset.
I do, but it's still an asset that I could sell for, even if it's not what I purchased it for. I'd be spending $20,000 in rent in a year at any other place. Like a 1-bedroom apartment in Vegas is probably about $1,500. It went up. It's insane. The one place I was at, it was a very modest apartment. It was $1,700. This, even with the money that I'm spending on the with the rent and the loan with interest, it's still cheaper than an apartment, and I have a yard. The place where I live, I walk everywhere. Like I walk to the gym, I walk to the grocery store. The only time I drive is when I got to go to work. And yeah, it is a depreciating asset, but even if I sold it for like $10,000, had I rented a place, I'd throw away the same amount of money, and I'd be lucky if I got my security deposit back.
262 1-bedroom places right now that are renting under 1,200 in the Vegas area.
Okay, and I've lived in some of those places, and when I get home,
so now the reason's changing.
No, listen to this. I get home, crack of dawn with a bunch of cash. Not worth it. Not worth it. Where I live,
the reason
it's very
changed
safe.
though.
It's very safe, but no, those places, they're rough. Like there's some places in Vegas that are very,
I bet some
very
areas
rough.
are rough. I definitely bet some areas are rough. However, this covers like the entire map. This is like all over Vegas. So I'm not sure every single place is
That allow
terrible.
pets.
Most places would love to take your pet fees.
I'm not paying a pet fee. I don't pay a pet fee here.
All right.
I don't pay a pet fee at the park.
What's your rent?
$380.
Okay, cool. Utilities?
So
Internet, electric, gas, trash, sewer, all that stuff combined.
So gas, trash, sewer is all covered under rent. So is the water. My electric bill, the most I ever spent on the electric here, running 2 ACs in the summer, like 24/7, was like $150. My internet's about $100. And what was the other thing you said?
You covered it under the what's covered.
Okay.
What about your phone bill?
Like $50.
Not bad.
Yeah, I got a prepaid plan.
Very nice. I'm running out of ink. Health insurance.
I get it all covered through the VA.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Gym. What's your gym again?
Like $40.
Let's get your minimum monthly debt payments. Oh my gosh. Your debt minimum monthly payments are insane. This is why you have to live in the trailer.
I choose to live in the trailer. I really like it.
I know, but this you kind of have to, because we basically $4,000. It's $3,867 goes to minimum monthly debt payments. Minimum.
Yes.
Food. You live alone?
Yes.
$300. Toilet paper, fun, anything else you need, makeup, all that good stuff. $100. How much for the pets?
Maybe like another $200 a month.
Okay.
I have a lot of critters, so.
Oh my gosh, I just keep getting heartburn. I'm gonna steal a pocket tom. Anything else you need to survive? Oh, gas. How much in gas? And car insurance?
Golly, that's a lot. Probably like a couple hundred at least. 300, 400 maybe with insurance. Maybe closer to 500 because I have my renter's insurance and stuff.
500?
I mean, so I just paid.
But that's not gas.
No,
All
not gas. I was doing insurance and gas.
Oh, it's 500 altogether?
Probably about that, yeah. Maybe like 250 in gas, and then yeah. What's nice about where I live is I can like walk a lot of places, so I try to do that. I only drive when I like have to.
All right. So we need. There's no reason this debt should exist. It's unacceptable.